Coming up on H-Town High School Sports, it's the state finals in the UIL football playoffs as these North Shore Mustangs make a return trip to the title game. In Class 5A, these Peyto Panthers are one win away from their first state championship. We'll have the title game highlights. Off the field, it's big-time signings for local products on early National Signing Day. And we'll sign on to an action-packed week on the basketball courts. So get fired up. H-Town High School Sports starts now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to H-Town High School Sports, powered by Vite. I'm Todd Freach. Was the weekend before Christmas, which could mean only one thing. The state champions were crowned in the UIL football playoffs. First, in Class 5A Division I, the Katy Peyto Panthers advanced to their first state final. The fourth-year varsity program faced College Station in the title game. Peyto owned a 14-1 record, while College Station was an undefeated 15-0 on the season. There's the Peyto Panthers at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. First play of the game for College Station, the reception by Traylon Sewell, and look at this. He breaks it 80 yards for the touchdown on the first play, 7-0, College Station on top. But Peyto drives it right back down the field. Brian Del Cid, 7-yard score, and the game is tied at 7. Second quarter now, College Station. It'll be Marquise Collins, takes the handoff left side, and he goes 23 yards, touchdown, 14-7, College Station. Panthers come back later in the second. C.J. Dumas finds Braylon Shanks. Braylon, nice move, left side, almost scores to the 1-yard line. From there, it'll be Gene Kendall who gets in for the touchdown. The game is tied at 14. Now, under a minute left in the half, College Station threatening. Jeff Huff to pass, but it is intercepted by Kentrell Webb, and the game is tied at 14 at halftime. Let's go to the third quarter. Still tied at 14. College Station driving. Dumas is drilled by Tyler Silvas. Ball is scooped up by Alex Kilgore. He returns it to the College Station 28-yard line. Ensuing drive, fourth quarter, 3rd and goal. Dumas will sneak it in for the touchdown, 21-14 Peyto. But just over 4 minutes to go, it's Marquise Collins up the middle, and he takes off. 71-yard touchdown. The game would go to overtime, tied at 21. Wow. So, in the OT, College Station gets the ball first. They will settle for a 24-yard field goal from Dawson Shrimp, and they go up by 3. Peyto's first possession, 3rd and goal. Jacob Brown takes it, and he scores the game-winning touchdown. And the celebration is on. 27-24, the final in overtime. Incredible game. Peyto wins its first state title in just its 4th year as a varsity program. Jacob Brown, the offensive MVP. Kentrell Webb, the defensive MVP. Head coach B.J. Gott and the Panthers proudly taking hold of the state championship trophy and a classic state final. What a win and what a moment for the Peyto Panthers.
Sounds awesome. Unbelievable. I'm still kind of in shock. You know, the hard work our kids have put in from
best coach in Texas, man. Best coach in
from the very beginning. Our kids bought in. And to see these kids, these seniors who were 8th graders, working out in a junior high parking lot because our school wasn't ready yet, to now being state champions is just awesome.
In Class 6A Division I, the North Shore Mustangs took on Duncanville for the 3rd time in the last 4 seasons in the state title game. North Shore won the previous 2 meetings while securing state titles in 2018 and 2019. This season, both teams owned 14-1 records, with North Shore having won its last 12 games in a row, while Duncanville carried a 14-game winning streak leading into the state championship final. Here come the North Shore Mustangs, all set for their 3rd state final in the last 4 seasons. First quarter, Mustangs defense was stout. Jalen Joseph and Jacoby Brass converge, and the sack. Now, North Shore on the move. Xavier Owens, the X Factor, big run all the way down to the 11-yard line, a 23-yard gain for Xavier Owens. Now, 3rd and goal. Caleb Bailey, great fake, and throws to older brother Jalen Bailey, touchdown. It's 7-0, North Shore on top. In the second quarter, Duncanville, long drive, and then out of the Wildcat, linebacker Jordan Cook barrels in for the touchdown, and the game is tied at 7. Later in the second quarter, more defense by North Shore. Linebacker Kent Battle breaks through with the big sack and a 15-yard loss. This game was tied at 7 at half. Third quarter now, North Shore facing 3rd and long. The freshman quarterback, Caleb Bailey, scrambles out of pressure, escapes, and then takes off on a big 18-yard run to the 18. But the drive stalled, so Carlos Dominguez comes in and he drills a 33-yard field goal. It was 10-7 North Shore. Later in the third now, Panthers, the give to Malachi Medlock. He clears the line and then loads of open field ahead of him. Medlock on his way to a 43-yard gain to the 17-yard line. But the Panthers would have to settle for a 32-yard field goal, and the game was tied at 10 after 3. 3 minutes to go in the game now. North Shore driving. Caleb Bailey back to throw. He goes deep, and it's on the money to David Amador. Touchdown. 38 yards. Spectacular. And that would be the game winner. North Shore wins 17-10. It's the 3rd state championship in the last 4 seasons for the Mustangs. Incredible. Now, remarkably for North Shore, it was their 4th state final berth in the last 7 seasons. Amazing. More than enough to recognize the perennial powerhouse North Shore Mustangs as our Allegiance Bank Team of the Week. Football practice in mid-December. Somewhat of a rite of passage for the North Shore Mustangs, as North Shore prepared for its 4th state final in 7 seasons, having won it all in 2015, 2018, and 2019.
Every team's different, but I think these guys have done a great job of just developing through the course of the year, getting more mature, learning how to practice, learning how to play together, and that's why they are where they are right now.
The Mustangs return to the state final in the wake of an impressive 12-game winning streak, having taken their game to a higher level in the postseason playoffs, including wins over Dobie, Clear Springs, Tompkins, Atascocita, and then highlighted by a dominant 49-21 victory over Lake Travis in the state semifinals.
It just comes with learning how to practice and improving every single day and understanding the urgency of the situation. And so, I think these guys are built for this kind of pressure at this time of year, and they're showing what they can do.
The Mustangs have done all this despite graduating quarterback sensation Demetrius Davis and other star power from a class that won 2 state titles in 3 seasons. But while the roster turns over, the results remain somewhat the same.
I think it's the way that our coaches prepare these kids daily. I think that's the one thing that gets overlooked is when you make playoff runs, you got 6 extra weeks of practice, and that's not something we take lightly. So, obviously we're preparing for our playoff opponents weekly, but we're also developing the kids for the 2022 season, and it's like getting an extra spring. So I think the way that our coaching staff has organized practices through the course of the playoffs, I think that's why great programs stay great.
As for the greatness of this year's team, defensively, the Mustangs held opponents to a mere 13 points a game, while the offense has been sparked by the emergence of freshman quarterback Caleb Bailey. In the Mustangs state semifinal victory, the just-turned 16-year-old rushed for 203 yards and 2 touchdowns, while also throwing for a pair of touchdowns.
His intangibles are off the charts right now, and I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously, he can run and he can throw, but his ability to stay poised and his ability to lead, and the kids respect him, and sometimes that's difficult to do as the young guy in the huddle. But the kids believe in him and they coach him up. He's coachable and just wants to continue to develop.
And we are here at Galena Park ISD Stadium along with the Mustangs. I'm joined by Jay Farley of Allegiance Bank.
Coach, we'd like to congratulate you. The Allegiance Bank Team of the Week is your advancement to state finals.
Way to go! Welcome back to Academy Sports and Outdoors, H-Town High School Sports. Powered by Byte, I'm Todd Freed. Hey, this was a huge week in football off the field with early National Signing Day taking place. Now, more so than ever, the region's top players made their collegiate choices official in the early signing period. This was the scene at Bridgeland High School as five-star quarterback prospect Connor Wigman was joined by teammate and wide receiver Andrew Molesky in signing with Texas A&M, while Bridgeland teammate Terrence Cullivan signed with the Air Force Academy. As for Wigman, who's ranked as the nation's #2 quarterback prospect, the signing adds to a magnificent recruiting class for the Texas Aggies.
It's really exciting just to be able to spend this whole day with my family, my friends, and my teammates. And I mean, I'm just ready to get up to College Station and get to work.
And for much more on early National Signing Day, we welcome back Byte Media Chief Content Officer Matt Malatesta. Matt, great to see you. We know you've been running around all week to the school, so we got you a chair.
Much appreciated.
All right. Well, we just heard from Connor Wigman of Bridgeland. That had to be the big story. Texas A&M just cleaned up locally and nationally.
And it's a national story. I don't think they could be the #1 recruiting class in the country. That's never happened. And especially, it's really carried by kids from Houston. You've got Connor Wigman, tremendous quarterback. I love Chris Marshall, what he does from Fort Bend. Marshall, tremendous receiver. Cam Dewberry was a big get the other day. The big offensive lineman at Atascocita, he's going to be special to watch too.
Yeah, they got so many great guys. You got Donovan Green, the big tight end from Dickinson, P.J. Williams, and then the two Katy guys, Malik Cilia and Bobby Taylor. So what a class by Texas A&M. A bit of a surprise this week. One of the big wide receivers nationally, Matthew Golden, he flips. So guy from Klein Cain.
He was tremendous receiver, had a great season, great career at Klein Cain. Really their first really big verbal commitment signing. He was at TCU for the longest. He flips to U of H. This guy's a ready-made guy that can go in play go to U of H and play next year.
Great get for the Cougars.
For sure.
The University of Texas snuck in there, had a great recruiting class, including some notable local guys.
Well, I tell you what, Kelvin Banks is a pro. He's tremendous. He's got the size, athleticism. He's from Summer Creek, gigantic offensive lineman. Jaden Blue from Kane, also kind of an interesting story. Didn't play his senior year, and he's going to be a tremendous running back for them as well. So watch out for that.
And they got Chris Ross, the Greater Houston Defensive Player of the Year from North Shore. So that Pancake Foundation at Texas, charitable foundation, is paying off dividends.
Great strategy by them.
All right, let's talk about local schools that did really great, led by the Katy Tigers. They sent some talent to the college level.
Well, I tell you what, Katy Tigers sends 2 to A&M, 1 to Texas Tech, and 1 to OU. I mean, that's big league. That's 4 big-time players. Ty Canada's going to Texas Tech. Nick Anderson's going to OU. Really good receiver. But Fort Bend Marshall had a really nice class, headlined by Chris Marshall, the receiver, going to A&M. And then I really like what Manville did, and they're going to continue to sign Justin Medlock, their linebacker, really good. He's going to Utah.
All right, and finally, who's left?
Harold Perkins is left. He's going to do with the U.S. Army game. He is the Cy Park athlete, and then Denver Harris is going to do it on the state championship game.
From North Shore.
From North Shore, the defensive back who's the #1 player in the state of Texas.
All right, Matt, appreciate it. Great job. What a week. Early National Signing Day. Welcome back to Academy Sports and Outdoors, H-Town High School Sports, powered by Byte. I'm Todd Freed. Let's turn our attentions to basketball right now, where one of the area's hottest teams entering the week was the Seven Lakes Spartans. The Spartans owned a lofty 16-1 record, entering a non-district matchup against a very talented team in its own right from Pearland Dawson. The Seven Lakes Crazies in full force for this ball game. A.J. Bates rebounds and scores as he goes down for Seven Lakes. Spartans again. Here's Bates to Ethan Van Horn. And Van Horn for 3. It's good. 21-15, Seven Lakes. Dawson now. Tyree Davis had a huge game. He hits the nice 3. Final seconds of the half. Grant Van Hooser to Luke Simak, and Luke beats the buzzer, and it's good. Third quarter now. Dawson comes on. Larry Lyons goes high, and the little dunk is good. Spartans on the run now. Bo Cloet, nice pass to Gabriel Farias. 36-35 Spartans. Dawson now. Kyrie Davis fakes the defender and hits a three. Wow, they're up by 9. Eagles again. Jaden Miller, rifle pass to Davis, and he jams it. Oh my. Then, on the drive, Miller loses it, but Charles Anderson puts it away. Spartans late in the game. Tahad Davis takes it, and Davis soars for the slam, cuts it to 6. But Dawson stays in command. Final seconds, they're up big. Icing on the cake. Davis, how about that dunk, the windmill? And Dawson wins 62-52 the final. Cheerleaders all set for Cy Falls hosting Cy Creek. Early on Cy Creek, Corey Hadnot for 3 and hits it. For Cy Falls now, Joseph Tugler down low and the easy slam. Then it's Tugler again. Nice move on the baseline right there, and he puts it away. Then for Cy Falls, Josiah McWright soars over the defender, the foul, and count it. Cougars, final seconds of the first quarter. Markel Watson banks into 3. Cy Falls led by 2 after 1. In the second, Tugler down low. He gets fouled and count it. 22-17. Cougars now. Here's Hadnot for 3 and hits it. But it was too much Joseph Tugler. He had 28 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Cy Falls wins 62-45. Meantime, district play was underway for several schools this week, including a thriller in District 22-5A between Friendswood and the Laporte Bulldog. That's the fans from Laporte in full force at the Friendswood gym. Early on for Laporte, Joseph Pena down low, gets fouled and scores. Count it. Bulldogs again. Corey Rubin takes it. He launches the 3. It's good. Tied at 12 after 1. In the second quarter, Mustangs, Aiden Stokes drives, fouled, and scores. Mustangs again. Mason Petrovic, baseline, and jams it. Now, crowd goes crazy on that one. Mustangs again. Adam Buffington, no look to Petrovic. He scores, but Laporte up by 5 at half. Hey, nice halftime show in the third. Keegan Robertson for 3 and drills it. But Laporte takes control. Quelbon Wally through traffic and scores. Bulldogs again. Trent Callies takes it, and it's a big three-pointer. 40-37 Laporte, late third. Dogs again. Wally had a huge game. 3 of his 23 points on the night. Then it's Rubin with a rifle pass to Chris Hodges, and Laporte wins 60-45. In girls basketball, Memorial Mustangs ranked number 6 in the state, facing Jersey Village in district play. Early on for the Lady Mustangs, Gianna Vlahakis steals and goes all the way for the 2 points. Mustangs again. Riley McCloskey on the run. Nice pass to Nikki Polachek, and she scores. Then Polachek, this time, saves it to Abigail Tomaski for 3 and hits it. Falcons trying to keep it close. Janya Thomas with the steal, and she goes all the way for the bucket. But Memorial pulls away. Here's Tomaski for 3, and it goes up and in. Memorial wins big, 57-35. They go 14-3 on the season. All right, back to Cy Falls right now, where the Golden Eagles came ever so close to winning last week's Cy Fair ISD Invitational before losing by 1 point to state number 4 ranked McKinney in the championship final. Eagles head coach Richard Flores, who not so long ago guided his team to a state championship, is our ARS Coach of the Week. Coach, 13-3, championship finals of the Big Cy Fair Invitational. You have to be thrilled about this team. Tell me what you're liking about these guys.
Just their attitude and their effort. You know, we talk about those 2 things, but I think in April and May, we talked about some goals that we had, and that carried over into the Gasso, where we had a good showing, and then fall ball and some of the preseason shootouts that we were invited to. We've continued to get better, and then thankfully on Saturday, we actually had all of our guys here. They were healthy, and we're just starting to kind of click, and hopefully we just continue to trend in the right direction.
What would you say is the trademark of Cy Falls basketball?
One of the things that we have on the back of our state championship ring and that we have in our locker room is togetherness and toughness. And we're always going to be prepared to win. And if you're facing Cy Falls basketball, you're going to have to compete at a high level.
4 years removed from a state championship, amazing title. You still think about that championship a lot?
Absolutely. At least once a week I talk to one of the former players. In fact, just a couple of days ago, Trey Wesley was back in town with the Raging Cajuns over at U of H. And Andrew is playing over at St. Thomas this morning, had Kendall Scott coming in, getting up shots. So still have a great relationship with those guys, and that is forever going to be a bond.
Welcome back to the show, everyone, where it's time to show you our Academy Sports and Outdoors Plays of the Week. Friendswood Mustangs, Mason Petrovic, baseline slam, but Laporte won the game. Cy Falls, Joseph Tugler, great move down low, and then he jams it in the win over Cy Creek. Dawson, Jaden Miller, rifle pass, Tyree Davis, and he slams it. Same game for Seven Lakes. Dahad Davis takes it, and he soars for the stop. Final seconds of the game. It's in hand for Dawson, but the icing on the cake, the windmill slam by Davis in the win. Back in football, Peyto's Jacob Brown runs in for the game-winning touchdown in overtime as Peyto defeats College Station 27-24 to win the Class 5A Division I state championship. What a victory and what a moment for the newly crowned state champion Peyto Panthers. Amazing. Your Academy Sports and Outdoors Plays of the Week. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Until next week, stay H-Town proud.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
A pledge of performance. A pledge of trust. A pledge of integrity. A pledge of service. A pledge of community. At Allegiance Bank, we live up to our name by volunteering for, investing in, and giving back to our community.
Team up with Allegiance Bank. We practice what we pledge.